Imagine waking up one day and realizing your money works harder than you ever did. Not because you got lucky, not because you invented an app, but because you understood one simple system most people ignore. Today, I'm breaking down how an average American can mathematically become a millionaire using a Roth IRA, and I'll prove it with real numbers. First, let's kill a myth. Becoming a millionaire isn't about income. It's about timing, consistency, and tax rules written quietly by IRS. A Roth IRA is one of the few tools where you pay taxes once upfront and never again. Every dollar of growth, every gain, every withdrawal in retirement can be tax-free. That detail alone changes the math completely. Here's the setup. You're 25 years old. You contribute $6,500 a year, about $540 a month. That's less than most car payments. You invested in a simple total market or S&P style fund that historically averages around 8% annually, similar to the long-term performance of the S&P 500. No stock picking, no gambling, just time. Year 1, you invest $6,500. Not impressive. But fast forward 10 years. You've invested $65,000 total. Your account is now worth roughly $100,000. Most people stop here and think, that's slow. They miss what happens next. By year 20, you've invested $130,000 total. Your account isn't worth $160,000 or $200,000. It's closer to $300,000. Why? Compounding just started doing the heavy lifting. Your money is now earning more per year than you're adding. Now pay attention to this part. By year 30, you've put in $195,000 of your own money. That's it. But your Roth IRA balance? Around $750,000? More than half of that money came from growth, not you. And by year 40, when you're 65, you've invested about $260,000 total. The account is now worth roughly $1.5 million. Completely tax-free. No capital gains tax. No income tax. Every dollar is yours. That's the power most Americans never see because they start late or stop early. If you wait until 35 instead of 25, the same monthly amount drops your final balance to under $700,000. Not because you did something wrong, because time was removed from the equation. Here's the secret most people miss. The Roth IRA doesn't reward effort. It rewards patience. The first 15 years feel boring. The last 15 years feel unreal. That's why the system works. Because most people quit before the curve turns vertical. And this isn't theory. This is math. This is how teachers, nurses, and average 9-to-5 workers quietly become millionaires without side hustles or viral businesses. If you want more USA-based money breakdowns that show exactly how wealth is built, step by step, before most people realize it's too late, stay here. The next video might change how you see money forever. Now let's go deeper, because this is where the real advantage separates people who understand money from people who just hope. A Roth IRA isn't powerful because of the account itself. It's powerful because of what happens inside it over decades. The account is just the container. The real engine is long-term ownership of productive assets. When you invest through a Roth IRA, you're not saving cash. You're buying pieces of real American businesses, companies that raise prices, grow earnings, and compound value year after year. When inflation goes up, these businesses adapt. When markets fall, they recover. Over time, that growth compounds quietly in the background while most people are distracted by short-term noise. This is why simplicity wins. Instead of trying to beat the market, many long-term investors use low-cost index funds offered by firms like Vanguard or Fidelity. These funds automatically spread your money across hundreds of companies. You don't need to guess which stock will win. You just own the system. Let's talk behavior. because math only works if you stay invested. Most people fail not because the strategy is bad, but because they panic. They sell when markets drop, pause contributions, or wait for the perfect time to start. Every one of those mistakes breaks the compounding curve. The millionaire outcome assumes something boring but powerful. You invest every year, no matter what headlines say. Recessions? You keep buying. Market crashes? You buy more shares at a discount. Bull markets? You stay consistent. Over time, volatility stops being scary and starts working for you. Another overlooked advantage of the Roth IRA is flexibility. While it's designed for retirement, contributions, not earnings, can be withdrawn without penalty if life happens. That feature alone removes fear for beginners. It's not a trap. It's a long-term tool with guardrails that reward discipline. And here's the psychological shift that changes everything. Once your account hits six figures, momentum takes over. A 10% market return on $500,000 is $50,000 in a single year. If you understand this now, the math is simple, the discipline is rare, and that combination is exactly why it works.